Welcome back to Let's Talk World. Today we are thrilled to have Stanley Harris with us, the visionary behind Harris Press Enterprises. Stanley is not only a successful entrepreneur, but also a dedicated humanitarian and motivational speaker. His passion for helping others is evident in his commitment to uplifting the hearts, minds, and souls of people from all walks of life around the world. Whether he's engaging in meaningful conversations in local parks or providing food and clothing to the homeless, Stanley's mission is clear: to inspire and elevate those around him. Join us with Stanley Harris.
Thank you so much. That's such an awesome and amazing introduction. I am thrilled and touched beyond measures.
I am thrilled too. That's what I said.
Thank you.
I'm very thrilled to have you. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so, and it's lovely to be here. I am extraordinarily excited. This is one of the most phenomenal, most awesome, even though you already know this before I have to say it, but this is my first time seeing you in a long
I
time.
know. Stanley actually has been my friend since 2016.
Yes, ma'am. It's been a while.
We just touch base here now and then.
Absolutely.
Not all the time, but yeah, and I'm so happy to have you today.
Thank you so
and
much.
in front of my camera.
Absolutely. I am thrilled. Thank you so much. I am touched.
So let's dive into your company,
Absolutely.
Stanley's Press Enterprise.
Well, actually, it's Harris Press Enterprise.
Yeah, sorry, Harris.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What is the inspiration behind building this company?
Well, you know, the inspiration behind building this company is people, family, the enthusiasm of togetherness. I believe wholeheartedly in unification. You know, we go throughout our whole life. You know, we building, we working, we accumulating stuff. And sometimes, unfortunately, we tend to forget about those that's in our lives until we have time to sit back and settle. It's like, oh my God, my wife, my brother, my sister, my aunt, my uncle, my niece, my nephew, my cousin. I think about them then, but when we all in the all of us, we busy because we're trying to build something better for our families. So that's why Harris Press Enterprises came about, to embark upon the greatness that inspires all walks of life.
Well, I was talking to you about this a few days ago. I said you inspires a lot of people of what you do. It's not only inspiring, but the helping hand that you provide to people are phenomenal. It is very impressive.
Thank you. Thank you.
What are your key messages to our audience, being a motivational speaker and author of a book and literally a humanitarian?
Well, you know, thank you so much for asking me that question. And I am thrilled and touched to answer this. You know, my motivation behind Stanley is because, see, a lot of people don't know this. I came from a horrible background. And the thing of it is I could do one or two things: stay there or elevate myself and rise up to become something better than what I was. I wasn't always able to buy clothes, have a car, have a home. I'm even married. I never thought that could happen for Stanley Harris, but it did. And I tell you, I am impressed with who I've become, and not only who I've become, but the inspiration behind pushing me to do what it is that I'm doing is people. People are the greatest inspirations in our time. It's not cars, it's not money, it's not houses, it's not stuff, it's people. Because it was the people that made it possible for, look at all this beautiful equipment up in there. Look how you dress, look how I dress. Somebody sat down and they created an idea and they put it to practical use. Now look at us today. So that's why I'm motivationally driven.
Well, you are really committed in uplifting hearts, uplifting people, helping people.
Yes.
What do you think is the key points, or what is your advice to people how they can actually reach that to their own potential? Because even though how much we uplift people,
Yes.
how much we help other people,
Yes.
sometimes that's actually not good, just giving the help. What are the key elements they could do to themselves to reach that potential, helping themselves?
You know what? I'm glad that you asked that question. Personally, I'm glad you asked me that question. See, because let me tell you, what has caused me to be driven upon being derailed and offset and deviated from my course? I had no sense of understanding. I had no love and no appreciation of this life that we live. So I'm going to tell you something, the commitment and the determination that causes even those of us that inspire others, but sometimes we too need that instilled elevation in our life. God, I'm going to sum it up. God.
Yes.
God is the best. And the thing of it is, you have confirmed atheists, but the thing of it is that may not be true because we all believe in something. I was one of those ones that was confirmed atheist. I didn't believe in nothing. God, you blessing Sally, you blessing Martha, you blessing Tom, but you ain't blessing me. I don't believe in no God. Don't talk to me about no God. But see, alternative events happened in my life. And it caused me to be in a position to where I was laying on my deathbed in the hospital.
Yep.
I got robbed. Some gentleman that I thought was my friend beat me to a pulp on Christmas evening.
Wow.
And took all my money. They didn't take my car. I had a car full of gifts that I was going to donate to children that need it. And I was set up. But you know what? I look at it like this. That was God telling me, Stanley, I told you I was going to get your attention because you keep running and running and running. You can't hide from me. So when I laid up in that bed and I was looking at the ceiling, my life flashed before me. To answer your question is, man, God is the reason. No, a tragedy don't have to happen to you in order for your attention to be gotten by God. But the thing of it is sometimes when we driving, sometimes the car that's in front of us, they driving too slow for us. So what we do, we utilize the opportunity to turn on our signal light, whether we want to go around to the right or around to the left. Sometimes it's best to pause for a minute.
Right.
You see, so that's what we have to do with our life. We have to pause, inhale, and exhale. I'll say, okay, God, what is it that you want me to do? What is it that you have for me to do? You know, the Bible says, and I won't get biblical, but the Bible says, train up a child in the way you want him to go, and he or she won't flee away from the teaching. So when we get older, we shelve that.
Yep.
And then we have an opportunity when something happens, a tragedy of such. Now it's, oh my God, man, I'm reminiscing back on what it was that was shared with me. So how do I implement a revision to stop having to revisit that? One word, God. Because it changed me. Because if I didn't allow what has happened to me to cause me to be more focused and more attentive, you and I wouldn't have this opportunity. I'd have probably been dead and gone a long time ago.
And I would have met you.
Never. So that's why I'm so inspired. That's why I'm so motivated. And that's why this motivation, this opportunity, this time should inspire all of us. Man, listen, if we got $1 or no dollar, if he breathe breath in our nostrils and we can see and we notice that we are moving, acting, willing vessel, guess what? He gave us an opportunity to go out and make that dollar that we was complaining about, that we wanted, that we didn't have. So we have to use the small thing. And you know what? Elevate it to something huge. Man, life is huge.
It is huge. It's really, I just want to actually, I just want to add something to that. I love the way you said that, you don't have to actually get God's attention to actually change.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if I tell you this story before, but back in the days, I used to actually struggle with rent money where I can get this rent money, this upcoming rent money, month after month after month.
Yes.
And every time we got that, we got problems, we started literally like being mad, do things that we are not normally, accustomed with. And one day I told myself, this problem will come every end of the month, because we already know that every end of the month we have to pay rent and we don't have that money, right?
Absolutely.
And then one day I said, you know what, every single month I stop worrying things, because if I went through the 6 to 1 year that I've been worried about the rent payment and everything was taken care of,
Right.
what makes you think that the next 6 to 1 year or forever won't be taken care of?
Amen. That's right. That's
So
right.
yeah, like,
Absolutely. Because the thing of it is, I'm gonna tell you something. We as humans sometimes we hit a rough patch.
yes,
We don't know when our next meal gonna come from. Sometimes, and all of us have been in that situation. Unless
Yep.
unless you just born, with a certain amount of wealth or finance or whatever the case may be. But even those individuals go through some stuff.
Yes.
We all have encountered trials and tribulations.
Yes.
Whether it be financially, whether it be husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, relatives of such, family reunions. We all have gone through something. But you know what the beautiful part about it is? Triumph over the adversity that we've experienced.
right.
You see? And we don't get up under the sheets and say, oh my God, I'm gonna shield myself from the world. No, man, come and face it.
Yeah.
You see? Because that's what brings about and stir up that greatness that's inside you. I'm sorry, I'm just motivationally elevated with myself, because when I'm speaking to you, I'm looking at you and I see the transformation that God has brought upon your life and how you look from back then up until now. I mean, I'm touched immeasurably. See, that was God. You made a decision to do something that would impact and impart something valuable in all of your audience's lives and those of us that come on your show. So I humbly thank you for each and every one of us.
Well, by the way, Stanley saw me from before social media shows has been born. So he knows, and then throughout those years, he always show up and like, you're gonna do good. I can tell. Those encouragement that you did all throughout the years is one of my my fuel.
Absolutely.
To my I don't say success yet, but because when you say success, that means you're done.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Throughout those years, throughout those journey that I'm going through every single day, is you're part of it. That's why I am so honored. I am so grateful to have you today.
Thank you so much, and I'm honored to be here. Listen, let me tell you something. Miss Maria is one of the most phenomenal women that I've had an opportunity since I've been brought here to Las Vegas. I remember when she didn't have, a dime to a name, but she had the instillment of courage, the wherewithal, the vision to do something big and awesome. And look at you today. See, it's the consistency of greatness. Listen, you might not have saw this coming, but you felt it. And the two I'm talking about, they combined together, and over time, it materialized and blossomed into what we have today. You all, listen, if you have not, let me say this. If you have not had an opportunity to connect with Miss Maria, you should, because let me tell you something. It's about the advancement of appreciation that you have in your own life. Stop worrying about the billionaires and the millionaires, because let me tell you something. They too need to sit down with Maria, because listen, she will channel and give you a platform to showcase what it is that you believe so highly in, to impart wisdom and appreciation in everybody's lives. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Stanley. I'm really humbled, and thank you. There's no words I can actually add to that. On that note, we will be right back for more with Stanley Harris. Please don't go away.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Hi, I'm Deacon T with Modern Word Ministries. It's great to be with you today. Just a short little promo for our show. Every Sunday morning we have service, and you can follow us at 10 a.m. Pacific Time on modernwordministries.org. And if you missed us or you want to see some of our older messages, go ahead and check us out on socialmediashows.com every single morning at 9 a.m. It's a great way to kick off your day, get a little bit of the word in you, get something uplifting, get you started off on your way. You know, if you're looking for prayer or you need some help, reach out to us. If you go to our website, again, that's modernwordministries.org, you can interact with me via telephone, via DM, text message, whatever you want. I'll get right back to you. So if you need prayer, you need help, you just need somebody to talk to, Modern Word Ministries is here for you. We are your church in the community. So until you see you next time, be blessed, everybody. Bye-bye.
Welcome to Social Media Shows. Have you been watching social media shows recently? Of course you have. We have been live streaming for 4 years across social media platforms. We produce over 70 shows with over 1,000 episodes. In the process, we've helped over 100 creators realize their dreams and start their own show. We give platforms to promote your business. If you are an artist, if you have an event, if you are entrepreneurs, or if you have a story. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and subscribe and follow us on major social media platforms. And if you have a great idea of a show, join us. Social media shows can help you produce and live stream your own show. Let us help you make your dream become a reality.
Hello everybody, I am Nelia Ross. I want to invite you to join my new variety TV show, Las Vegas Live with Nelia Ross, every Saturday morning at 12 p.m. on socialmediashows.com. Experience music, entertainment, and culture with local artists, celebrities, movie directors, magicians, comedians, dancers, and so much more. But that's not all. Our special segment Bella Italia will take you on a musical journey through Italy. And the best part is that now you can watch us from anywhere in the world thanks to the streaming. Email us at neliaros.official@gmail.com to be our guest or sponsor. Tune in every Saturday morning at 12 p.m. and get ready for the ultimate Las Vegas experience. Un bacio da Nelia Ross. Ciao!
Welcome back to Let's Talk World here at Social Media Shows, where we uplift. We invite people to help us uplift and inspire others in our TV shows here at Social Media Shows. As everybody already knows, we are broadcasting live 7 days a week from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And Let's Talk World is Monday to Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. So please stay tuned every single day to see all these people who actually made waves to inspire others and help others. So I would like to bring back my guest today, Stanley Harris of Harris Press Enterprise. Welcome back.
Thank you
Stanley.
so much, and glad to be back. You know, then I'm gonna tell you something. Can you feel that burst of energy?
Yes.
Let me tell you something. You know, even talking about God, His protection, His leadership. How can we lose with the technique that we use?
Right.
We can, because see, the thing of it isn't ours.
Yep.
This is on lease term.
Yes.
So, and if we be great
Yes.
stewards of the lease that He's given to us, guess what? It's gonna spiral out of control.
Right.
As long as His name is attached to it. Man, I tell you, man, listen, where would we be without Him? Where would we be without Him?
Everywhere.
You know, I do TikTok a lot.
You do?
And my TikTok, I can say my
Yes,
TikTok.
please
My
say it.
TikTok is Stanley B as in boy Harris, the number 3. And what I do is I inspire every single day. My Facebook is the same name. My Instagram is the same thing. Why? Because I want to elevate humans. Listen, you may not need a pair of shoes today, but the shoes that you're wearing, they're going to wear. And if God blesses you, guess what? You're going to say, you know what, man, you know what? I can go get me another pair of shoes, but that's God's will. So I said that to say this. What you hear today, you may not be receptive of it today, but somewhere along the line, it could be tomorrow. It could be later on today. It can be tomorrow or next week. You will remember this moment. And they say, you know what, man? Stanley was on Maria's show and they talked about this. See, it's the institution of greatness that manifests the magnificence of love, appreciation, and the value of happiness that's internalized. We just like a computer. We are a walking computer. Once you hit retrieve, all those things that you've heard, done, it's right there. So we can't say, man, I never saw that on Maria's show. We had an opportunity.
Yep.
So we have to choose, you know, our battles. But I said TikTok to say this. My TikTok that I'm doing today, later on today, is what would your eulogy be when you leave this earth?
Wow.
What would be said about
Oh my God.
you?
Yes. Yeah. That's
What legacy will you leave
That's
for
deep.
those that you leave behind?
Mm-hmm.
You see? Because we so busy accumulating, trying to get this and trying to get that. See, and the ultimate element of surprise will always and forever be the unknown.
Well, Stanley, you are literally inspiring me, and I really, really would love you to be on my show once a month.
Absolutely. I would be honored.
That would be, because I'm like, oh my God, that is, you inspires me. You remind me, and also like telling me how to keep on actually reminding me how to keep on reminding my faith.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you see, I'm saying like although I have a strong faith, you also kind of like pushing it. That's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's what we do. Iron sharpen iron. Because we can have so much, but there can be someone come through that door that has just a little bit more. So
yes.
God say, I want you to take what it is that you
Yeah.
have and add to Maria.
Yeah.
Because so Maria can add it to the next person that
Yeah.
come through that door.
I love that. I
You
love
see?
that. Yeah, because we can get drained.
Absolutely.
And then when you have it's just like feeling more of the
Absolutely.
breath, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. We being replenished.
Yes.
See, this is your replenish moment. This
Yes.
is my replenish moment. Iron sharpening iron.
It is.
You elevate me and I'm elevating you. See, because I'm going to tell you something. If we don't dialogue, how can we grow? So sometimes you have to sit down and share with those that have experienced what you have not.
Right.
And then you add what they shared with you to what it is that you already have. And oh, voila. See, that's what's so beautiful about this life. You know, every day that God breathed breath in our nostrils, it allows us to be a moving, acting, willing vessel.
Yep.
So the thing of it is act upon what has been given to you, because once it's taken away, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone.
You have to build from the bottom again.
Absolutely, because see, the thing of it is, and then some of us don't get a chance to go back to the bottom. From 6 o'clock a.m. this morning until 6 o'clock p.m., somebody's won't live tomorrow.
Right.
Because their responsibility upon this earth is complete.
Mm-hmm.
Pandemic. Look at the people that left here that wasn't ready to leave.
Mm-hmm.
They was in better shape than me and you. But God said, your task upon this earth
It's all done.
is complete.
Yes.
So now he left us here. So this is what they call the 4x1 relay.
Mm-hmm.
They passed the baton to somebody. Maria is passing the baton to each and every one of you, even me. But the question is,
Will you accept it?
will you accept it, and what would you do with it? How many lives will you change? You see.
Well, Stanley, one of the reasons why you are here
Yes, ma'am.
is because I am very impressed for the book, An Absence of a Mother.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about this.
Absolutely. So listen, let me just say, joy is an absence of a mother. See, a lot of us have two mothers. A lot of us just have one. I was blessed and fortunate to have two mothers.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom that passed away, she one who inspired me,
Mm-hmm.
elevated me, listened to my woes. I told her about a bunch of stupid stuff, and she just stood there and looked at me, as if though to say, boy, do you not believe in God? 2019 November, God took her home.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It shattered. Thank you so much. It shattered me. 30 days later, God laid it on my heart. He woke me up out of a sleep, 1:05 a.m. in the morning. I'll never forget it. 30 days later. And he allowed the words to come into my head. Joy is an absence of a mother. I said, man, what is that? Joy is an absence of a mother. I ignored it. God brought it to me again. Joy is an absence of a mother. I sat down with this book and I wrote for 28 days. I've never experienced writer's block. Miss Maria, you holding the book in your hand. This is 374 pages after it was condensed down. And just because the title is Joy is an Absence of a Mother, if it wasn't for a mother, families wouldn't exist. Nowhere. No race would. Can you imagine if none of us existed, you and I wouldn't be here? This building wouldn't be here. So I tell people, man, listen, honor and value who it is that you have in your life, because once they're gone, that's it. We don't have no rewind. We can't repeat it. Brother, sister, aunt, uncle, niece, nephew, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, we all came from a mother. And if it wasn't for the strength of a mother enduring the 9 months that she went through carrying us and premature, would we exist? So I tell people, let's eradicate woulda, coulda, shoulda. Let's stop putting off today for tomorrow when in essence, today isn't promised. We don't live in time. Man, we live in moments. This is a valuable moment between you, Miss Maria, and myself. This is a moment that God set aside for us. That's the purpose of this book, to bring families together. I believe in family more than I believe in a brand new car, a brand new house, money. Because when you have family, and I'm not just talking about, let me just reiterate, I'm not just talking about my immediate family. I'm talking about I want people to love families in general. Look at the homeless. They come from somebody's family. So when we driving, some of us, we'll stop and give them $1, $2, or if we have food in our car, that's compassion. Mm-hmm. We roll the window down and say, listen, man, would you like, a loaf of bread or some cookies or some water? And they gracefully accept, and they always say, man, God bless you. Thank you so much. God just saw that deal that you did. You get blessed for that. But when you become a hoarder, Man, I'm not finna give nothing to nobody. That's why you don't get blessed. But when you give and you give freely, man, you can't, look, your household storage isn't big enough for the blessings that God will bestow down upon you. I'm
right.
sorry. I'm just
Right.
excited.
That's right.
You know?
But I just want to actually add something to that.
Yes, ma'am.
When you hoard, you see how you close it.
Yes.
When you give, you see how I open it.
Absolutely.
So which one do you want? You want to close it, close the blessings, or open your arms?
Absolutely.
For the blessings?
See, and that's a beautiful analogy. I want to be receptive of more blessings.
Yeah.
See, because the thing of it is, if you hoard the few blessings that He has given you, then we don't leave no room for nothing else to come in.
Yes, right.
But if you give that away, man, I'm talking about, listen, look at the stuff that people will knock on your door. Somebody will leave something on your front porch. See, this is the God that we serve. See, we serve a God that's unselfish. He said He has no respect to person. The trillionaire, the billionaire, the hundredaire, the thousandaire, the food stamp recipient, He loves us all equally. It is us that have devalued the appreciation of people until we're on our own bed of affliction.
What do you mean by that?
When we in the hospital and the doctor tell our family members he only have so much time to live. But now I want to make amends. I want to apologize, but I can't apologize to everybody because it's only my family members that's allowed to come in here. So the thing of it is fix what needs to be fixed now
Before you get to bed.
before you have to go to bed. Because once you go to bed and the lights are out, it's done. I just had a colonoscopy. Let me give you a brief synopsis. I just had a colonoscopy. The nurse walked to my bedside and he said, Mr. Harris, are you ready to go to sleep? I say, absolutely. I said, but now listen, if I don't wake up, tell my wife I love her with everything in me. Those were the last words I said. And when I woke up, I was in the recovery room. So I said that to say this, we never know when our last breath is going to be breathed.
Yeah.
So treat everybody equally. I didn't say give all you have to them, but bless them with something. And watch what happened to your storehouse.
Wow.
You see?
Wow. Well, I want to that's the topic about your mother.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
your
ma'am.
mother actually passed away in 2019.
Yes.
But this was actually on in the making before that. Is that correct?
No, actually, when she passed away, I had no idea of sitting down writing no book. But when she passed away, I'm sitting there because everything that I felt I owned was gone. It was no longer tangible. The spirituality of her is right here in this room with us. But the physicality, that's what we as humans miss the most. And when she left my side, 30 days later, God woke me up in a dream, 1:05 a.m. in the morning. I never forget it, as if though me and you was talking. And I was nervous because I love sleeping with no lights on in the house. And when I opened my eyes, it was a bright light in the corner in my bedroom. And you know how sometimes when it's cold, you get chills?
Yes.
That's what I got. And I tell you, man, God is real. You know, I tell you, get your life together, man, with your family. Stop waiting for tomorrow because tomorrow is not promised. All we have is this moment. And when this moment is gone, it's gone.
It's gone.
And now you live like me. I say, man, I wish I would have, could have, should. I hear a song that my mom and I used to love to listen to, Luther Vandross, Here and Now. And when that song come on, oh girl, I get all messed up. Still to this day. Because that was a song that me and her, we grooved and we rocked to it. You know, I said, get it, Mom. Girl, you better sit your butt down somewhere. Boy, I ain't finna sit down. That's why you here, because I was standing up. So we just get the dialogue, man. And the thing of it is, man, appreciate those small moments, because those small moments are huge.
It is.
They become ignited when that person that you was expressing love and laughter and being a jokester with is no longer with you.
Exactly.
You see? Yes, ma'am.
So, did you actually create this book a full dedication to your mother? Or
Yes. I created it with the full dedication to my mom, And as I was writing it, it hit me. Man, you know what? It's over 8 billion people in the world. So this book is about family. So the dedication is split. Mom and families of all walks of life. Because we all, if we haven't, it's going to come a time where someone in our immediate family is going to leave us. And those that have already experienced that know exactly what I'm talking about. So
Absolutely, yes.
let's implement a revision to not fix, but correct our vision, how we feel about those that's in our life. I hear people talk about, man, my mom isn't this, my mom isn't that. Man, I can't stand my mom. I met a gentleman. I said, you listen, man, are you a reader? Do you know somebody that read? I said, listen, I'm promoting my new book, Joy is an Absence of a Mother. I said, would you find it in your heart to support me? He said, man, let me see what you got. He grabbed the book out of my hand. He read the back of it. He said, that don't pertain to me. I said, well, let me just give you my card anyway. He said to me, you have a good day. 62 days later, he was in Las Vegas on vacation from Washington, D.C. 62 days later, he called me on the phone. He said, is this Stanley Harris? I said, yes, sir. This Stanley Harris. He said, I'm Tom. You remember me? I said, yes, sir. He said, man, I owe you an apology. I said, why? He said, man, you remember when I told you that book didn't pertain to me? He said, it does. He bought 200 copies for his family and friends.
Wow.
Off that one incident. So that's what I'm saying. See, it may not hit you today, but when it comes, you'll be in remembrance of, man, if this was offered to me. So the thing of it is, I tell people, even if you don't feel the need to support the cause, Christmas, Thanksgiving, birthdays, Valentine's Day, is every day. Every day we wake up, we experience all those holidays in one day. Bless somebody.
Yes.
And when you bless somebody, that somebody will tell you, man, you know that book that you gave me? Man, thank you so much. That book transformed my way of thinking of how I feel about people, my family.
Mm-hmm.
It'll change you.
Your energy literally pumping me up today. But anyways, you put so much emphasis about family and mothers. What do you think this book, Joy's an Absence of a Mother, would help people who will be reading your book?
You know what? I'm glad that you asked that question. And I am in a plausible position to answer it like this. There's thousands of books out there.
Right?
Literally thousands of books. But it's not the book that I want people to be impressed with. I want you to be impressed with the writer behind the book. Because you see how emotional I am? I'm exuberating in my spirits. Why? Because I believe in the cause of family. That's why I place, as Miss Maria, you just said, why do I place so much emphasis on joys and absence of a mother? Because if it wasn't for a mother, families wouldn't exist. And if you read this book, it will transform how you see things. Not only for your mother, but those of you that have a wife, a husband, a boyfriend, a girlfriend. You got sisters or brothers. Yeah, I sat down with countless people and they stated to me, man, I can't stand my so-and-so and so-and-so. And I listen, I pause. I said, well, let me ask you a question. Have you completed what you wanted to complete in your life? If you left this earth right now, can you say that you left your family in great standings with you personally? Not financially, personally. You know how many people tell me no? Darn near all of them. Because they don't see themselves, or we don't see ourselves leaving no time soon. But the pandemic said different. The pandemic came through here like a thief in the night. And come through here, and he took people from different homes all over the world. This book is for everybody. Black, white, Mexicans, Chinese, Korean, Jamaican, everybody. I have it in 2 languages.
Yep.
Spanish and English for right now. Now I'm working on getting it in audio form. But see, I'm going to tell you something. Man, ain't nothing like sitting back reading a good book and it transform your process. I'm sorry, I just talk so much because you can see the excitement.
Very passionate.
You see so, but go ahead, I'm sorry.
You are very, very passionate. So, you have this book. I believe you already sold.
I sold over 500 copies, and I sold them out of the trunk of my car. So I'm like a rapper with CDs. So I go down on Fremont. I go to the mall, the Walmarts, Albertsons, and I stand in the parking lot, and I pay a young kid maybe $5 every book that we sell. So one day I sold 20 books. 5 times 20 was 100. I paid him $100 for that one day. He said, "All of this?" I said, "Absolutely," because he will go up to the customers and say, "Can you just read the back of the book?" And when they read the back of the book, see, I'm not a seller. I am what they call a person that introduce you to something new. We first see, when we get something new, we get a new car, we get a new house, we feel as if though we first, even though somebody else got it way before you, but this is something for me, so I'm first. And when they say, "Well, who is the author?" There he is right there. And they come over there and they speak to me and they say, "Man, I needed this book." And he said, "Can you give me a brief synopsis?" And I give him a brief synopsis of what the book entails, but what I went through. Because people aren't impressed with stuff that you're saying, but if you say what it is that you've gone through, now you got a person undivided attention. Because I've experienced that. I've been to the valley. I understand what's over there. I understand why it's so sad. I understand why people are crying. I understand why people scream. I understand why people are shouting, because they missed something in someone in their lives. That's why Joy is an absence of a mother.
Yep.
It's for everybody.
I am really excited to start reading this. But out of the tangent question, you said you started writing this book in 2019. So way back, you haven't created it and you never thought about it yet. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. I never thought about it. I had no need.
This is literally creepy to me. You know why? When you actually talk to me over the phone about your book, Joyce and Absence of a Mother, I thought that back in 2018, between 2018 and 2019, when we are talking all the time, I thought you had mentioned the title to me.
No, ma'am.
So when you told me over the phone, I'm like, oh, that's the book that he was talking about way back. That's what I said. I felt so familiar with the book when you talked to me over the phone a few days ago.
Right. It was just a thought.
But you already know the title before, no?
No, I didn't know the title.
That's what I'm saying. All I'm saying, that's what I'm like, okay, hold on. Am I in other dimension? But anyways, so now this is just telling me that I gotta have to go through with this book, and I am very excited. Where they can find your book?
You know, I'm glad that you asked me that question, but you know, I'm gonna tell you something.
Because I don't want to go and try to drive around and find you.
Absolutely. So now my book is on Amazon, but this is what's passionate to me. I've created my website, absenceofamother.com. Absenceofamother.com. You can go to that website and it opens up. and you'll see me doing presentations. You'll see multiple people that have actually bought a book from me, and I signed and autographed it on the spot. And now the thing of it is I want to personalize it. So when I send you a copy, I done already put my signature inside it. So now it's a signed, personalized copy from the author with me and my wife's name in it. Stanley Bernard Harris III, Mary Ann Santos Harris. Why? Because I want you to feel a connection with us. That's
awesome. Yeah,
what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, personalized book. Well, before we end this conversation, Stanley, please give out to the audience where they can find you.
You can
repeat your website again.
Yes.
And also mention your TikTok and advice to all the people that needed help.
Absolutely. Thank you ever so kindly, Miss Maria. Listen, I have my card here. I'm going to read it to you. You can get this book from absenceofamother.com. There, you'll go to my website and you'll get a signed autograph copy from the author. Because I believe in personalization. Mm-hmm. I don't believe in just, oh, she got a book. Girl, where did you get it from? Did he sign it? So many people say, well, do you personalize it? I even took pictures with quite a few people. You can find me TikTok. My TikTok handle is Stanley, Stanley, the letter B as in boy, Harris, Harris, the numeral 3. So that's Stanley B. Harris 3. It's the same thing for Facebook. It's the same thing for LinkedIn. It's the same thing for Instagram. Follow me. Hear me inspire you every single day, especially on TikTok. Because when I leave here, I'm going to make a TikTok. Because the thing of it is, people write into me all the time. They say, Stanley, man, your words have transformed me. I needed that. Thank you so much. We all have a gift that's internalized. But you know what? Rebirth. That gift that's inside you. Mm-hmm. In closing, always know this. See, the ultimate element of surprise is the unknown. We never know the second, the minute, the hour, or the day, or what it's going to bring. But if we utilize it to your advantage. It's just like going to a gas pump. When you look at your car and you drive, oh my God, my car is almost on E. You're going to find the nearest gas station,
right,
to fill up. So you utilize, when you wake up in the morning, you revitalize, you invigorating, recharged. Man, tell yourself, I'm going to have a great day. Forget about the woes that happened yesterday. Concentrate on that particular moment. You wake up at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, on and on and on and on. Know that this is a new day. Mm-hmm. Eradicate the nonsense and the behaviors of arguing and being indifferent with those that you say you love. Because you may not have an opportunity to go back and make amends. Love yourself more than anything, because if you love you, you'll love everybody else.
Wow, that's so powerful. It's so powerful. Yes, love each other, one another. Love yourself first, so that you have enough love to give to others. So thank you so much for tuning in on today's show, Let's Talk World. Please, if you wanted to be a guest on next Let's Talk World, email me at admin@socialmediashows.com. And also please support and watch all the other shows here at Social Media Shows. We are broadcasting live every day from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Just tune in at socialmediashows.com. Thank you so much and have a great weekend.
Well, hello everyone. Stanley Harris again, one of the authors of Joys and Absence of a Mother. Listen, let's get right into it, shall we? I want to tell you why it's important that you consider purchasing this book. You have family members at home. Look at your wife. Look at your husband. Look at your girlfriend. Look at your boyfriend. Look at your children. Look at your niece and nephews, your aunts and uncles. Are you ready for them to leave you yet? Of course you're not. But the thing of it is the ultimate element of surprise, you and I both know, is the unknown. Here today, gone today. Now, if the person that you love so dearly all of a sudden leave your side and the physicality of them is no longer here, how would that make you feel? See, God laid it in my spirit, in my heart, to write this book that was completed in 28 days. Now, it's prepared for you. This is how you can make your purchase to get a signed autographed copy from the author. The Cash App, $Rancy5, or those of you that have Zelle, Stanley Harris, 702-787-4946. You will get your signed autographed copy. Now, whatever address you decide to use for me to mail this book to you, then send that address and you will have your book will be delivered to you. The book is $15. Sending it media mail is $3.87. So just send $19 to cover your shipping and handling, and I put it in this envelope, nicely packaged envelope, so when your book gets to you, it'll be nice. You'll have a signed autographed copy. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing this because God told me to do this. I experienced and am experiencing right now the same loneliness that you all are experiencing. For those of you that have not lost anyone, this would show you how to gravitate to the ones that you still have in your life. Because, mind you, here today, gone today. We store treasures up here with the assumption that we can go back and get it. Ladies and gentlemen, grasp hold to what it is that God has shared with inside me to share with you. God bless you. Take care of yourselves and each other.